You love San Diego. We love San Diego. I'm Trace, your host, and I'm here with Brandon Rampani. Welcome, Brandon.
How are you? I'm good.
So good to have you in the studio
Yes,
again.
it is.
We're going to be talking about Forest Ranch.
Yep.
It is your home. It's where you
It's
live.
my community.
So you know
Yes.
everything there is to know about it. Tell us why you love it.
The famous 92127. So when I first moved to San Diego County, I lived with my broker at the time to start learning this trade a little bit better. And he lived in the famous 92127 Forest Ranch. And the reason why I call it famous is because it's been called Forest. There's 4 S's in it, so it's called 4S Ranch. But it's crazy because even if I say that to a San Diegan, they don't know what that is. It's basically the newer Rancho Bernardo. So it's on the west side of the 15. I would say Poway at 92064 and the other Bernardo zip code, Rancho Bernardo zip code at 92128. They're on the east side of the 15. And so in about 1990, they came over the freeway on the west side and created Westwood. And so Westwood was created on the west side of the 15, kind of a 1980s, 1985 community. And Forest Ranch was established more west of that in 2004. It used to be owned by Ralph's Ranch, literally the owner of Ralph's store, which was pretty unique because if anyone has been in San Diego longer than 20 years knows that that part between the 15 and the 5 north of the 56 was all just barren dirt bikes. Go hang out. I think there was even a concert little area that people would, hike down and go listen to a concert down there. And the cops were good with it. Wow. And then all of a sudden the builders came in once Ralph's Ranch sold to Lennar, KB, and Forest Ranch spawned. The problem with Forest Ranch is it was in the middle of when the recession hit. So that build out kind of got delayed a little bit, as we saw in Otay Ranch in Chula Vista. They were being built at the same time. Why Forest Ranch is so amazing is, for one, it piggybacks even more west Rancho Santa Fe. So when you've got a community like Rancho Santa Fe that we always hear about as having the 20, 30, $40 million properties, that is literally a mile to the west of Forest Ranch. To the east of us is the freeway. And so obviously we are blanketed kind of in its own community of having hilly, larger, bigger lots, views. And the one thing that's known for 92127 is the school district. So Poway School District comprises of 4 school districts. You've got Poway, 92064, Penasquitos, 92129, and then the 2 Bernardos, which are the 28 that was established in 1980, and then 27, which was established in 2004. Why that's important is because the Poway School District, there's a new side and an old side. That old side is the old Poway School District, which is predominantly the PQ, the 28, and then the Poway. What I've noticed is that the 27 brought some of the better school teachers and brought obviously the newer buildings, and the scores and all of that has started to become more fruitful in that part of the Poway School District. So with 4 zip codes making up a school district, you can imagine one of them's got to start to shine a little bit more than the others.
Right.
That's where Forest Ranch comes in. And so that 92127 does get paid with Mello-Roos. And so every homeowner that lives in that community built after 2004 has to pay a special tax that gets added to your property tax. That Mello-Roos ensures that your parks, schools, roads, sidewalks all stay a little bit more elite to the non-Mello-Roos side, which are the 3 zip codes that make up the other part of the Poway School District.
Wow. I feel like I just got the most in-depth, amazing history of Forest Ranch, Poway, all these areas. And the amazing school district, you can't
so
beat that.
key.
You can't beat that. And there's not so many areas that have great school districts in San Diego, as we know. So that's always
Very
music
true.
to your ears.
There's maybe 3 or 4 school districts that you really want to base where you buy off.
Right. Especially if you're a family.
Exactly.
Amazing.
It's been very exciting to live in Forest Ranch. We are seeing a major trend in there. There is new build still happening in that zip code. So when you still have growth in that zip code, it's comforting to see. It really is.
That's amazing.
Great place to live.
I can say this with 100% confidence that if you have any questions or want to learn more about Forest Ranch, that you are a wealth of knowledge about this
maybe
area.
Too much.
No, it's great. It's great. It's great. And it's always great to have you in the studio.
I
thank you so
appreciate
much,
that.
Brandon.
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much for watching.